All right. Sometimes the secret to getting millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers comes down to the smallest things. I mean, these are shorts, and we're going to talk about shorts more in this video about how YouTube's pushing shorts and however many billions of views shorts are getting, and the future of shorts and AI generated shorts and everything that has to do with YouTube shorts. But this is it. But this is actually going at it extremely lightly and casually, really, in comparison to some of these other videos that I have seen here recently, some of which are really bringing the platform down. But we'll get more into that in just a moment. All right, so in this video, I'm going to clearly explain to everybody watching, explain to you the secrets that they don't want you to know, and simplify the complex and confusing conundrum that continuously surrounds YouTube content creators and eludes so many small channels, preventing them from finding their true audience, their voice, and forever limiting them to very slow or even worse, non-existent growth. And I'm going to begin by reading some of my most recent comments. One of them says, "Always be yourself. Never bow to others. Say what you believe even if others don't agree. And that's how you open up conversations." And she is 100% right, 100% accurate, because that's how we're going to get started today. Following up with, "If you have to cheat or play dirty, you really didn't earn anything. You obviously aren't good enough to make it on your own merit." And this comes from an actual channel member. So I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. And another here, Nomad Claire, at Nomad Claire, says, "I'm just worried. How do I know if I'm not wasting my time? Could you make a video sometime about if it's better not to post just to post a video, or is it better to wait to get yourself together to put out a good video? It's nearly impossible when you have to work so much on other things. Maybe I should upload less frequently. It's pretty depressing, but I'm trying to stay positive. It's just hard to do YouTube with a full-time job sometimes." So by now you should be convinced, or at least I hope you are, that you are in the right place since you clicked on this video to get the information that I'm about to share with you. And most importantly, you want to hear and see all that I have to show you because you either want to see your channels grow, or perhaps you're just curious. Or maybe in the off chance it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and you can't sleep and you just find the sound of my voice very soothing and relaxing. Either one is fine, but whatever the case may be, let's keep it moving. If for some reason that you feel like you're not in the right place and feel like you want to click off of this video, don't. All right, I'm just playing. You can do whatever you want. But if you watch until the end, you just may be blown away by what you learn and may very well possibly be entertained at the same time. Maybe. And I'll tell you what, if you stick around until the end and you aren't entirely satisfied, I promise I will make it up to you on my next video. Okay? Maybe. But first, before we begin, I'm going to share this disclaimer on the screen because, well, my lawyer's advisor would be in the channel's best interest. All right, so we're going to begin by just taking a quick look here at this website. It's called Made on YouTube, or YouTube's official blog. And we've got news and events here. And this was from September 21st, 2023. Made on YouTube, empowering anyone to create on YouTube. And it says that YouTube has always been a place where creators of all different backgrounds and levels of experience have pushed the bounds of creative expression. And it even shows some key takeaways here from Dream Screen to YouTube Create to AI Insights, which we will get into in just a moment. And it says that we are constantly amazed by how they take every new feature, technology, or trend and turn it into something we could never have imagined. And today at Made on YouTube, we're unveiling a suite of products and features that will enable people to push the bounds of creative expression yet again, by making the difficult things simple and the impossible dreams possible. You know, I do find it kind of interesting how YouTube is able to continuously create and innovate the platform to be what they want it to be, yet they can't kind of just fix the minor glitches that really bug a lot of people, like, I don't know, creators, and how the YouTube Studio is a terrible app and very inaccurate, but I digress. We'll save that for another video. This is quite possibly the most important thing we're going to see here, which is YouTube Shorts is now averaging over 70 billion daily views. And honestly, it's not hard to see why that is because YouTube has shoved shorts down the throat of everybody watching and everybody creating. So it's not hard to make shorts reach 70 billion daily views when that's literally all that you allow people to see. But since YouTube Shorts launched in 2020, it has been a destination for sharing off-the-cuff ideas and inspiration. Driven by this creativity, Shorts has now climbed to over 70 billion daily views from over 2 billion signed-in users every month. And now we're announcing new tools that make it easier than ever for anyone to express any idea and bring it to life on Shorts. Later this year, we'll begin testing Dream Screen, a new experimental feature that allows you to create AI-generated video or image backgrounds to your Shorts simply by typing an idea into a prompt. Ever wish you were filming in outer space, trekking through an enchanted forest, dreamt that your pug drove you to school? With Dream Screen, creators will be able to generate new, fantastic settings for their shorts that are only limited by what they can imagine. We'll start to introduce Dream Screen to select creators before we roll out more broadly next year. Don't worry, guys, I will not be using these in my videos. In the future, we'll expand to features that will allow anyone to instantly reimagine their videos by simply typing in an idea to edit their content or remix existing YouTube videos and turn them into something entirely new. Sounds great, sounds amazing. Again, YouTube is a marketing platform and it should be treated as such, but I will say that Shorts content has its purpose, and we'll go into that a little bit further later, but if that purpose is generating ad revenue off the platform, then good luck. Now, taking the work out of video production so that you can focus on what you love. And YouTube Create is a new editing app for mobile creators. It says here that we know the production process for videos can be difficult and often prevents that first-time creator from uploading their first video. To streamline this process and allow anyone to create and share videos right to YouTube, we're launching a new mobile app called YouTube Create. Currently in beta on Android in select markets, YouTube Create is free of charge and designed to make video production for shorts or longer videos simpler and easier so creators can spend more energy on things that they find creatively rewarding. Now, in my opinion, I've shared with you guys ways in which you can make videos on your phone that I've shown you with my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, but I will say that my preferred method is still using my MacBook Air and Final Cut Pro. Just putting it out there. Now, it says here that the app offers video editing tools, including precision editing and trimming, automatic captioning, voiceover capabilities, and access to a library of filters, effects, transitions, and royalty-free music with beat matching technology so that creators can produce their next YouTube video without relying on complex editing software. All this right from their mobile phones. And I will say that I prefer the tactile feel and environment of a computer or a laptop more so than my phone. Granted, my phone is a relatively large screen. I've got a stylus, but it's just not the same. Maybe if you're a new creator and this is the beginning of your creative process, this will only be natural to you because you know no different. But for me, consider me old school or nostalgic. Give me a computer. But also, creators have been an incredible source of insight and feedback as we built this early version of YouTube Create, and we'll continue to work with the creator community as we add new features and capabilities over time. Next up, get inspiration and reach new audiences with AI. And this ought to be interesting. Beyond creation, we know there's so much more that goes into making a video. This is where AI can give creators more efficient tools to help them come up with new ideas and reach new audiences. AI-powered insights. So next year, YouTube Studio will tap generative AI to spark video ideas and draft outlines to help creators brainstorm. The insights will be personalized for each channel and based on what audiences are already watching on YouTube. And we've been testing a version of AI-powered tools in YouTube Studio with creators, and more than 70% of those surveyed said it has helped them develop the test ideas for videos. assistive search and creator music. And next year, we will also make it easier to find a soundtrack for your video with assistive search and creator music. Simply type in a description of your content and AI will suggest the right music at the right price. Automatic dubbing with Aloud. One way creators look to expand their audiences is through dubbing their content into languages beyond their own. But not all creators have the resources to dub their content professionally, so we're bringing Aloud into YouTube, an AI-powered dubbing tool that will help creators open up their content to the world. The future of creation on YouTube is bright as we start to see how AI-powered tools can help transform people's dreams into reality, and we can't wait to see what gets made on YouTube next. And just my opinion here, folks, I fear that what gets created on YouTube next is essentially more of the same, more of regurgitated, reused, reacted to content that isn't really original, but just becomes monotonous garbage that YouTube continues to pump out and suggest, as YouTube will then ultimately become the creator through AI and all these simplified tools for those who lack the creative process of actually creating content and engaging with a real audience. The other thing is, if you're looking forward to dubbing your content in multiple languages, well, there is a universal language out there and it doesn't require any words, and it's called music. But there's other ways to engage an audience that don't quite speak the same language as you or are unable to speak or even hear for that matter. And that's where the visuals are going to come into play. That's where you're going to see the biggest return and biggest bang for your buck and have the ability to gain and attract the largest audience globally. So as I promised, I would share with you the top 2 secret hacks that not only just small channels use to get hundreds of millions of views, but what the large YouTube channels and influencers use to get billions of views and to make a lot of money and get rich too. Now, I'm not saying that they all do this, but I am saying that some do. And I even have some case studies to show you as proof. So stick around until the end of the video to see what I mean. Again, a comment from a channel member reads, always be yourself. Never bow to others. Say what you believe, even if others don't agree. That's how you open up conversation. I couldn't have said it better myself. And I feel as though she has done just that. After having read this next comment that says, if you have to cheat or play dirty, you really didn't earn anything. You obviously aren't good enough to make it on your own merit. And this is a very, very, very good comment, especially based on what I had said in the video where she left this comment, which if you haven't seen, you might want to go check out after this one. But the simple fact of the matter is in this game and potentially other games out there, like If You Agree, drop a comment, we can have a discussion, we can have a debate, but at the end of the day, you have an option. And your option, your choice is, you can play fair and lose, or you can find a way to be hungry and win. Now, I didn't say that hungry had to be cheating or playing dirty, but you do have to understand and identify the opportunities in which you can seize the opportunity to win, and you have to be hungry enough to go after it and get it, while realizing that your competition is probably just as hungry, if not hungrier than you are, to the point of which they will do anything to win at any cost, no matter what, especially when the referees are not really paying attention and looking the other way. That is this platform, just so you guys are aware. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest with you. Some folks get by, some don't. Some get unnecessarily penalized and punished, and some win and succeed when they really shouldn't. We've discussed Kingdom Reacts before, and he is in that exact situation right now. Whereas other channels, for instance, this one here, continues to steal other people's content, reuse it, while also creating terrible videos, wasting his audience's time and time again for retention, and YouTube continues to serve and recommend his content. Granted, he is experiencing some rough patch or difficulty right now because YouTube has decided not to pay him, but rightfully so. But at the end of the day, these folks were winning for the longest by not playing fair, not playing by the rules, by literally playing dirty, cheating. And you're right, they couldn't make it on their own merit, which is why they decided to do that. And YouTube rewarded them for it. YouTube rewarded them by providing them with views. impressions, higher click-through rates, subscriber growth, and more importantly, revenue and opportunities for increased revenue through affiliate marketing and third-party links and diverse income streams by way of having increased reach over others who are creating quality content, great content, transformative information, transformative videos, enlightening, educating, uncovering the truth. And unfortunately, the biggest problem here is not only YouTube, but it's also the audience and the viewers who gravitate towards this trash and they don't know any better. They don't realize it. And if you're trying to win here, then you have to come to the realization, you have to accept the truth. And that is that if you really want to connect, if you really want to have an impact, if you really want to make a difference, your audience size is relatively small. But there is a way to combat that and overcome this obstacle, this seemingly impossible challenge. And we can talk about that in great detail, specifically as it relates to your channel. If you'd like to, feel free, reach out, hit me up. The best way is going to be through Patreon. Link in the description down below. Oh, and look, if you really, really want to get tons of views, well, then you can make videos like these. And like I said, 2 secret hacks revealed to unlocking hundreds of millions of views. But let me know if it's not clearly obvious to you, and most importantly to the YouTube algorithm that promotes, recommends, and suggests this type of content on their homepage and up next for so many of their platforms' viewers. Over 282 million views so far on this channel, and besides the potential revenue of anywhere from 268,000 to 4.3 million annually, and that's just from YouTube alone. If you add in her third-party paywall at an additional $9.99 a month, then I would say that she is doing all right in the money department. Wouldn't you agree? But anyway, shit. I may have to fire up my own account now after seeing this. All right, now, in response to Nomad Claire, we're gonna reread her comment here and her question really, and that is, I'm just worried. How do I know if I'm not wasting my time? Well, that is going to be a decision that you will have to make yourself. But I can tell you this, I know me personally, and many other creators out there are not wasting their time, or at least feel like we are not wasting our time, so long as we are creating the content that we want to create, delivering the message that we want to deliver, and connecting with the people that we want to connect with. That is it. Views, subscribers, everything else is a vanity metric. You will only be satisfied, in my opinion, if you are doing what you love and you love what you're doing. Everything else after that will come. You may make one video and it go viral immediately. You may make 1,000 videos or more and get nowhere. But until you actually throw yourself into it and 100% commit to connecting to the intended audience that is awaiting you out there, you will never be satisfied no matter what. And I can tell you this from having theoretically gained success on the platform and growing a channel, only to then be introduced to a niche, an audience, a limitation really, by YouTube, preventing me from actually doing what I love, what I enjoy. And I will say that by doing that, I essentially wasted my time. However, as of less than 24 hours ago, we have rectified that situation. So that will happen no more. Now, she asks, could you make a video sometime about if it's better not to post just to post a video, or is it better to wait to get yourself together to put out a good video? Well, again, speaking from experience here, that's a double-edged sword. That's a catch-22 really, because in essence, I have seen so many terrible videos, so many bad videos that, yeah, YouTube will reward bad videos, but it's also subjective. Some of the videos that you may think are great, they do not. They being YouTube, the algorithm, and the audience. Whereas inversely, in contrast, some of the videos that you think are not very good, they think are amazing. And by not making them and not publishing them, then you're ultimately doing yourself a disservice and missing out on a great opportunity by not creating those quote unquote bad videos that are really, in fact, really, really good. You have to decide. However, if you think that you are going to make a bad video and you want to wait instead, the key with waiting is that in that time, you are actively working on creating better videos and not just postponing the release of another bad video. YouTube would want you to believe, and some of these other YouTube coaches and gurus would want you to believe, that in order to make a really, really good video, you have to spend a lot of money on all sorts of equipment, have the most amazing script, do tons of editing, this, that, and the other. And the simple fact of the matter is in my opinion, you don't. You have to be genuine. You have to be organic. You have to be a real person, and you have to provide, in my opinion, value. That value is going to be dependent upon you, your target, your desire for what you want your channel to be, your audience, all things that are unique, almost as unique as a fingerprint to your channel. The way that YouTube views your channel, how the algorithm categorizes your channel, and the content that you create, and whatever that may be, is specific to you and your channel alone. This is definitely not somewhere where I would then decide and choose to mimic someone else's channel, steal their content, ride their coattails, because it just won't work. And if it does, it won't work for long. And when it ceases to work, you're not gonna have any clue as to where to go from there. And that's where YouTube content creators, or YouTubers, because at that point, they're not really creating, they're just kind of stealing. They don't know where to go, they get burnt out, they quit, they give up, and their channels die. Nomad Claire says, it's nearly impossible when you have to work so much on other things. Maybe I should upload less frequently. It's pretty depressing, but I'm trying to stay positive. It's just hard to do YouTube with a full-time job sometimes. Now this is a really, really good one to end with, because I actually came across another YouTuber just the other day, and he had a possible solution for this particular scenario, conundrum, that a lot of people are probably experiencing and trying to figure out the best way to go about solving this problem. And that is by using shorts. I'll drop a link in the description if you guys want to check out his video.
You think if I'm starting a channel right now in 2023, I should start with shorts? Yes.
And listen to what he has to say while having the opportunity to interview some really, really big, successful other YouTube content creators, and we can learn from their experiences, which is most important in my opinion. But I will also say that there's one special caveat to all of this, and that is that shorts, actually, I'll get back to that in a moment, but shorts are honestly a fast and easy way to begin to gain an audience with relatively little effort required. If you tell yourself, I'm going to try to, and this could be a challenge, I'm going to try to create one short every day. That's less than 60 seconds. You're already on the path to building a channel, building an audience, building a following, building and establishing a pattern within YouTube's algorithm so that they can define who you are and then begin to recommend your content to the viewers that they think would be interested in what you have to share. But like I said, one special caveat here is that even if you had, hear me out, every answer, every secret, even if you knew how the algorithm works and you could pinpoint viral videos like that, there's one constant that remains no matter what. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? I'll tell you guys, The simple fact of the matter is that knowing this but doing nothing will still produce the same results. Therefore, the only way for your channel to grow, the only way for people to find you, the only way for videos to go viral is for them to be created, uploaded, and published on the platform. You can't win the lottery if you don't play. You can't make more money and get a better job if you don't apply. You can't really get anything. Even, I mean, I don't even know if there's anything that you can actually really get without trying in this world. And YouTube is no different. The more you post, the more opportunities you have to learn, to grow, to improve, to engage, to connect, to reach, to win, to go viral, to gain subscribers, to get more views, to ultimately succeed in the goals that you have set out for yourself, no matter what they may be. Growth, connection, revenue, money, profit, lead generation, inbound, outbound marketing, it doesn't matter. If you don't create videos, you won't ever get a chance of those videos going viral, getting more views, getting better reach, and you're limiting yourself on the ability to improve. Every video you make should be an attempt at getting 1% better than the video before it. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on all that we discussed on this video, on everything that we discussed, all that we discussed on this video. And if you liked it and want to hear, see, and learn more secrets, then make sure you subscribe and come back next time. Channel members will get even more juicy details and deeper dives on channels, other channels on YouTube, on channels doing some amazing things to make lots of money and get lots of views. And in some more modest and less revealing ways. Ways in which you could learn and use to your advantage to help your channels grow. Like this one here, who